Well, hello there, vloggy watchy peoples, and welcome to my July favourites. What happened to June favourites, you may ask? Or maybe not, maybe you didn't miss them at all. But hopefully your life was kind of affected enough by the lack of June favourites that you missed it, but not so much that I caused you any pain or actual sort of life problems. Basically, if you follow my weekly vlogs or read my blog, I had an eye infection slash injury that meant I couldn't wear any eye makeup for like 3 weeks, and I was pretty much total baby about it and didn't want to film any vlog. Well, I film like my weekly vlogs, but not these sort of video vlogs, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I talk about it in the weekly vlogs. Go watch. So yeah, so this is kind of a mega jam-packed favourites. It's some stuff from June and some stuff from July as well. So yeah, let's crack on because there's lots to talk about. Just loads of stuff that I've been loving this month and last month. So firstly, let's talk beauty. There's only one skincare product in my favourites this month, and it is the Emma Hardy Amazing Face Cleansing Balm. Ooh, it's lovely. I get why everyone's talking about this like it's a holy grail product. It's very exciting. It smells, oh, so good. It's quite a hot day today, so I'm not going to hold it up too much because it's a bit melty. It feels amazing, makes my skin feel really nourished and cleansed. I'm actually not using this at the moment because I'm using some prescription skincare for my dermatitis, but once we've got that nailed, I will definitely be going back to using this. I miss using it so much. It's just a joy to cleanse with. It just feels like a lovely little ritual with all the lovely smells and nice rubby oily into the skin. So yeah, all I would say is that I know I've heard some complaints about this packaging in that like it cracks and it's bulky and things like that. I don't know if anyone else has had the problem that I have, that I was using it in the shower and the lid's actually quite sharp around the edge, so I had wet hands and I twisted in the shower and actually managed to like cut my finger on it. So be really careful with that if you are using it with wet hands. Just be a little bit careful with the edge of that metal lid. So next I have some makeup in my beauty section, and I have the Bobbi Brown Shimmering Sands palette. Which is a gorgeous palette of colours. It was a limited edition, so you may find it tricky to still get this. It was the limited edition for the summer. And as you can see, it's just lots of shimmering, beautiful sandy nude colours, inspired by shimmering sand. I had a makeover with this palette. I'll put a link to that. It was over on the blog, and absolutely fell in love with it. If you've watched my last two kind of favourites videos and empties videos, you'll know I've been having a bit of a love affair with Bobbi Brown makeup recently, and it is fabulous. I would say there are a couple of shades, like darker shades in this palette aren't as heavily pigmented as I would like. Oddly, the sort of, I think it's black sand and bronze sand, which look like the two darkest, aren't as dark as sort of beach bronzed and golden sand. However, I think when I had my makeover with it, she used them wet and they looked amazing used wet, so I need to give that a go. But generally, just a gorgeous palette. They are very sparkly though. If you don't like glittery, sparkly eye makeup, this one is not for you. Next, in my very kind of summer-inspired beauty faves, I have the Bare Minerals. It's the Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. Basically, it's a they'll probably kill me for saying this, but it's a tinted moisturiser. I don't really like tinted moisturisers. I don't rate them. I kind of figure they're kind of not a very good foundation and also not a very good moisturiser, kind of mixed together. So I would always rather use my own moisturiser with a bit of foundation mixed in for colour, or I'll use a BB cream or something that I get a little bit more coverage from. I actually love this. I used it every day on my holiday. I'm using it as sort of an everyday base when I'm sort of basically going for like a no makeup look. I very rarely wear no makeup at all, just going to need a little bit of coverage over some blemishes and things. And this feels, it is definitely a gel. It feels really nourishing on the skin. It gives me enough coverage, and it gives me kind of buildable coverage in a way that tinted moisturisers generally don't. And it's also got an SPF 30 as well. So it's brilliant for kind of, I would still wear my SPF 50 underneath, but it's brilliant for kind of holidays and summer and that sort of thing. So I really like this. I was sent the shade Vanilla 02, and if anything, I think I could actually go down a shade, and I think I will repurchase this when I've used it all up, because I do like it that much, but might go for a slightly fairer shade. Because it's not super high coverage, I kind of feel like I've got away with a slightly darker shade, maybe because it's summer as well. Not that I really change colour in the summer. But yeah, really impressed with it. And I say that as someone who doesn't like Bare Minerals foundation. I know that lots of people will kind of be like turning off their YouTube channel in horror at that, but I just don't get on with it. In fact, it's not just Bare Minerals. I don't get on with powder-based mineral foundations at all. I've tried a few. I'm yet to find one I like. I know I've seen them work on other people. I've seen other people use them and they look fantastic. I just don't like them. So to be honest, I've always just kind of not really looked at the Bare Minerals brand, because I've just assumed it's all about that. So the fact that I was sent this has made me look at the brand again and look at their other products. So woo, go them. Okay, and last but not least, in the beauty section, I have these, which are the Sleek brow gels. Sleek is one of my favourite budget makeup brands. You can get it in Tesco's, you can get it in Superdrug, it's awesome. And these are just two little brow gels. I found, especially when I wasn't wearing any other eye makeup at all, I still wanted to put my brows on, so I wasn't just like this featureless mask. But I didn't want to use kind of my Anastasia Beverly Hills kind of brow pomade, because it just looked too much without any other eye makeup on. I've got this in clear, and I've got it in the light brown, which is perfect shade if you're a blonde like me. I very often find that the lightest browns are still a bit dark for blondes with other ranges. The clear just tidies up your brows. To be honest, I probably wouldn't bother with that again. My brows are not that untidy, but if you've got thick and rolly brows, it would be really good. I kind of bought that as sort of a daytime. I was going to use this in the night time. I found I've used this in the daytime as well, the tinted one, and you can see I've got it on my brows now, and it just gives them a groomed appearance, gives them a little bit of colour without that sort of really drawn on brow look that you don't really want necessarily every day. Some people do, some people don't, but if you don't, this is really good. It stays on all day. And I think it was about £6 or something. I'll find out and put it in the details below. It was really cheap, and I would definitely buy it again. So on to the wearing section of my favourites. So we'll start a bit off-piste. We'll start sporty. Oh yeah, so sporty me. Not sporty, but we will have seen in my weekly vlogs, if you watch them, that I have recently started yoga. I started hot yoga, ooh, extreme. Loving it, but I needed some more sports stuff. And once again, as I have done in the past, I turned straight to H&M. I don't want to spend a fortune on sports gear, but I want stuff that's colourful and interesting, and I find that a lot of the cheaper stuff tends to just all be black, and I don't like wearing black, and especially if I'm in the gym, I need to feel happy and uplifted. I don't want to wear dark clothes. H&M does brilliant colourful sportswear at really good prices. So I bought these yoga pants, which you might be able to see. They're just grey, they're plain, they're grey, they're kind of a capri length, they've got a slight marl to them. This is actually the second pair of these I bought. I absolutely adore them. They're so comfortable. I find them really comfortable for running as well. They're lovely and high-waisted. I don't know about other curvy girls, but I don't know why fitness people don't seem to think about kind of curvier people working out. I work out regularly. I just am this size, but I do work out pretty regularly. And I find that so many jogging bottoms, running tights, yoga pants have a low waistline on them. They sort of sit around your hips and basically turn into a belly hammock, I would say. Just fall underneath your tummy nicely. If you're running, it gets to jiggle up and down. What I basically need is I need my running tights to be like a support bra for my stomach. This is what I'm looking for. And these are lovely and high-waisted, so you don't feel like you're going to fall out of them. They don't roll down during yoga. I've done all the positions and stretches and everything. They stay in place. Even though they're grey, they don't show up sweat marks that much, even in hot yoga where I'm basically soaking wet for the whole thing. So they're great. I really love them and will probably buy more of them. I also picked up a yoga vest and bra. So here's the yoga bra in this really gorgeous turquoise colour. I really like the fact that the H&M sports bras, a lot of them, this is just a low impact one for yoga obviously, but I've got the higher impact ones as well, and a lot of them have this kind of padding in them, which is either optional or not, which I really like. As a fuller busted woman, I don't feel that comfortable in just a really thin sports bra layer. I like to have a little bit of kind of support there, and a little bit of padding just to kind of do that is brilliant. And then the vest is matching, so that's just a really simple little vest top in the turquoise colour as well. So I'm feeling awesome for my yoga in that. And then the other wearing favourites are all very shoe themed this month. I like shoes. I've got a couple of pairs of shoes from the fabulous Birmingham brand Agnes and Norman. So firstly, I was sent these. Ooh, oh yeah, these are Penelope. I love the fact they have like old people names, it's lovely. So these are Penelope, and they're gorgeous lemon yellow, so soft court shoe. You'll be seeing a full review of these on my blog soon. So these were actually sent to me by the lovely Agnes and Norman people, but I am a massive fan of the brand. Rachel Simpson, who designs them, is a Birmingham based shoe designer. I love that they're local. I am actually wearing Agnes and Norman shoes on my wedding day. My wedding shoes are Agnes and Norman because I wanted to buy, we're not getting married in Birmingham, so I wanted like my feet in a bit of Birmingham. It's very sentimental, but they're also gorgeous shoes, it helped. They also had a warehouse sale recently, which I couldn't resist popping into, and I bought these. So cute. Look, strawberry red little court shoes. Again, so comfortable. So look out for sales. They sell online as well. They're just beautifully made, soft leather. They've got that lovely, am I weird smelling shoes? They've got that lovely like leather smell to them. Beautifully made, beautifully designed. I love the like little punching detail on these as well. So those have already been worn, as you can see, and I've got weddings and things to go to this year, so I'm sure both of those pairs of shoes will be worn to those. The other pair of shoes, oh yes, not just shoes and twos, which is my usual thing. I've like had this thing where whenever I buy shoes, I always end up buying two pairs, like even if not at the same time close together. Shoes and twos, makes sense. It's been shoes and threes. You may remember the All Achille for Clark's shoes that I got, the tan ones. I did an outfit post when I went up to Manchester. It was one of my first vlogs, I think, actually, from like my relaunch on the channel. I really wanted them in pink as well, but I just couldn't justify spending that amount of money on shoes at the same time. So I thought, I'm gonna hold on and see if they go into the sale. And they did go into the sale, but they didn't have my size. I nearly cried. However, I thought I was on my way home one day. I thought I'm just going to nip into Clark's again and just see if they've got them. And here they are, pretty. Yeah, so they're gorgeous. They're T-bars. They've got like really chunky heels. They're comfortable to walk around in. Little flower punch out. They've got, I've worn these, so I've worn these once now, so they've started to wear off, but they've got the lovely All Achille print on the bottom. And what I really like about these is that they've got the closed toe as well. So although they are a lovely summery shoe, I will wear these into winter as well because they've got the closed toe, so my feet aren't going to get soaking wet. Okay, so off the fashiony beauty bit. So if you've come here from my blog, you may want to tune out now, but no, come on, stay and look at the other lovely things that I like about life this month. You know, come on, it's nice over here in the non-fashiony bit of my YouTube channel. So game I've been playing this month is Ni no Kuni. I haven't got a box to show you because we actually downloaded it off PlayStation Plus when it was on offer. So it's brilliant. It's a Japanese RPG. If you like kind of the Howl's Moving Castle, all of that jazz, Studio Ghibli actually did the artwork for this game. So it is just beautiful. You're a little boy whose mother dies unexpectedly and you have to venture into another world to try and save her and the world at large from an evil presence. It's just beautiful. It's quite emotional. Gorgeous storyline. It's been a game that I cannot wait to kind of finish work for the day, finish my dinner and actually just play for a couple of hours. Also, the localization is amazing on it. So one of your kind of main sidekick character has a brilliant Welsh accent, which is awesome. So me and Dan have just been like basically saying Mr. Drippy is now, Mr. Drippy things at each other around the flat in our terrible Welsh accents. So watching. My watching for this month was going to be Revenge on Amazon Prime, which is a cheesy, joyous show about a girl in the Hamptons in New York, living the high life, trying to get revenge for her father's death. However, unceremoniously, halfway as I was through watching season 1, Amazon Prime removed all of the seasons from their instant video selection. So boo! Boo to Amazon Prime, I say. Oh, I get so annoyed when that happens. But yeah, so no, not faves. I don't know. It might get rubbish because I haven't been able to watch the rest of it. Maybe I'm still a little bit sore about that. But on Amazon Prime, I have been watching, finally, Castle. Love Nathan Fillion, massive Firefly and Serenity fan, and obviously he was in Buffy and lots of my favourite things. And kind of haven't watched Castle because it just looks so different. It just looked a bit kind of cheesy, maybe a bit boring, may I say. But Dan was away in London on a course and I needed something to watch that he wasn't going to want to watch. So I gave it a go and promptly watched about a season and a half in the time that Dan was away on his course. It's quite addictive. Yes, it's silly. Yes, it's cheesy. But, you know, because it's got Nathan Fillion in it, it is just unbelievably charming. Basically, he plays a crime writer with writer's block who, in order to get inspiration, teams up with a homicide detective. Murder and sexual tension ensue. Also watching, we did pop to the cinema to see Ant-Man. I've had a long love affair with Paul Rudd, ever since Clueless, really. Oh, Josh. I can't believe that was 20 years ago, by the way. So I was 11. So yeah, he probably was one of my first major crushes. Dan knows my love of Paul Rudd. He knows I will watch anything with Paul Rudd in, no matter how bad. And I apologise, Paul, but there have been some quite bad things. But you're still gorgeous and brilliant in them. But this was really good. Went to the cinema to see it. If you like the whole Marvel thing, it's brilliant. But it was, I'd say, more of kind of like a comedy heist movie with superhero elements in it than just a straight superhero comic book movie, which I really enjoyed. It made it feel very fresh. It was very funny. Had Evangeline Lilly in it as well, who I haven't really seen in anything since Lost. So that was nice, even though she looks entirely different in this. And yeah, Paul Rudd, swoon. On the home lifestyle front, I'm going to have to do a little cutaway. So if I go over here, maybe I can pop it up here in a sort of exciting picture-in-picture way. But I finally bought the Muji blogger beauty storage. It was 10% off when I popped into Muji and I couldn't resist. I didn't go into Muji intending to buy that, but hey. And I got 2 sets of drawers and an earring holder as well, jewellery holder, and they've been so brilliant. It's been great to really organise my makeup properly. I mean, I have it sort of organised into different bags and pots and things in my drawers, but having it really visible has made me realise, you know, that I have too much of some things, not enough of others. It's made me see the gaps in my collection. Like, I was convinced I didn't have a primer. I thought I was out of primer. I realised I actually have quite a lot of primer. I also realised I have an enormous quantity of pink lip gloss and I don't wear it that often. So I really need to expand the collection there, and maybe stop buying pink lip gloss. I don't need any more. And yeah, so it's been really good. And the earring holder is gonna be great because I'm just rubbish at losing earrings. I lose them all the time. And it's just really tidied up my dressing table and made me feel a lot happier about it. Unfortunately, the downside is I now want more Muji storage. So yeah, you know that thing where like there's loads of hype around a product and you think like, nah, it's just hype. No, it really is that good. And finally, for this month, a listening. My listening for this month is going to be Grant Lee Phillips. In our sort of going to a gig a month thing, he was our June gig. As of recording this video, I haven't actually been to the July gig yet because it's in the last week of July. He was our June gig. It was absolutely amazing. He's not somebody that we're like massive fans of. Again, it was one of those things where we just needed to find someone to go to kind of complete our challenge to go and see a gig every month. He played in Alfie Bird's in the Custard Factory in Birmingham in an attic room. It was tiny. It was just him and a guitar. We didn't really know what to expect. We'd been listening to his music, we thought it was really good, but we weren't exactly kind of like mega fans. And it did feel a bit like it was us and 40 other super fans because he basically stood there, played a few new things, and then was like, what do you want me to play? And people were yelling out requests, and when he couldn't remember things because they were old, they were like singing along and giving him the lyrics and things. And he was just so charming, and it was a really, really lovely atmosphere. In fact, Dan and I were kind of stood to the side. We were stood around the side of a speaker, so we couldn't see him that well. And he literally kind of peeked around the speaker and was like, hey guys, like, what are you doing around there? You can't see, like, come round to the front. And he stopped the gig and made everyone pull like sofas and bean bags and bar stools and sort of all come and gather around him. We were all sat on the floor, and me and Dan was sat on like this Chesterfield sofa. And he was just so lovely and so charming and so musically talented, and obviously so happy to just play his back catalogue for his fans. And we had to jet off afterwards, but it seemed like he just went to the bar with everyone, and people were buying him drinks and like chatting to him, and the music was really good. And we've since gone back and listened to kind of some of his old stuff with his band Grantley Buffalo, and been really enjoying it. So yeah, Grantley Phillips, well worth a listen. If you missed him the first time around, or if you just want a bit of kind of 90s nostalgia, I'll pop a link to him on Spotify down in the details below. So that's it for this month. Thank you for watching my favourites. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please do give me a thumbs up. Please do pop me a comment in the comments section, either if you're watching this embedded on my blog, or if you're watching it on my YouTube channel, pop a YouTube comment down there. I love receiving comments and do try and respond to them all. Let me know if you like any of my favourites, if you have any questions about them, if you think there's anything I've missed this month, or if there's something that you hate, if you just haven't got on with any of the things, because you know, everyone's different. And I really, really do enjoy kind of the community aspect of it and chatting to you all. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next month.
My hair's so big because it's full of hormones.
Oh my god, I love Twitter. I totally just like vented my nerd outrage.